All right, folks, listen. This is a live stream, and in this video, I'm going to show you how on June 11th, there's going to be a spectacular event in the city of Seattle, and all of King County is going to be affected, and even parts of, I mean, not parts, but even further out maybe into the whole area of Washington State, all right? So get out of Washington State before June 11th, okay? Now, let me just tell you this, okay? Because June 11th is a leap year next year, okay? June 11th falls on the June 12th day, on its, because June 12th's normal day would, now it falls, June 11th falls on that day because of a leap year. That's all I'm saying. So just remember that. So 6/11 connects to the 6/12 because of the leap year on that. So that's why, because later in the video you'll see how it connects. All right, but look, and because see that particular equation, because see from Elvis's birthday, because see Elvis is connected to this June 11th event, okay? And for the people who are new, I have two predictions: June 11th, Seattle connecting with Elvis; August 4th, Ohio, Trump gets his head wound. Okay, so right now this is just about the Seattle event. Okay, so from Elvis's birthday to June 11th on a regular year, it's 154 or 155 days. Okay, that they want that to stay there, but from Elvis's birthday to June 11th on a leap year, it's 155 or 156 days if you add the days. See, that equation needs to be taken out. It's always because they're trying to get rid of the twin connection, because Elvis's identical twin died at birth or was sacrificed or whatever you want to say, and that's why the Twin Towers fell on 9/11. If you know, I've been showing you how it connects to Elvis and also to me, because I'm the Neo character. I'm here to break the Matrix, okay? And so let's get started. All right, I was just doing that intro for the people to, you know, catch up to. That way more people could get in. All right, so let's get started. I don't care. If people are asking what's going on, tell them to watch from the beginning, okay? All right. So remember, I told you from Elvis's birthday, January 8th to June 11th is 154 if you don't add the day, and the 154 is the Antichrist number, because the Antichrist equals 154. So from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you don't add the day, it's 154. If you add the day, it's 155. Okay, this equation needs to stay. But see, this is the leap year equation. From Elvis's birthday to 1611 is 155 days or 166 days, and this is the one that's going to be taken out, okay? Because like I told you, from Elvis's birthday to June 12th on a regular year would be 156 days. And this needs to be, this is the connection that needs to go, okay? And I'm going to show you why 154, 155 is so important real quick. Okay, so the only equation out of the whole year, okay, that adds up to this is these two numbers, 154, 155. When you put those words into the Gematria calculator, 154, 155, it adds up to 450, 216, 666. And why is that important? Because everything to do with Elvis has to do with the 666. And I told you Trump's alter ego is, Elvis's alter ego, the replacement twin is Trump, who was the 45th president. You have the 45. The crown is the O. 45 with a crown, because Trump's going to get his head wound on the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. Okay, so you have the 45, and then it adds up to 666 with this equation. And that's why that equation needs to stay from the 1/8 to the 6/11, but this has to go, okay? The second one, the leap year equation, okay? And now, see, if you add Elvis Aaron Presley to this, see what happens when you add Elvis Aaron Presley to 154 and 155, you get 666. Because I told you everything to do with Elvis has to do with the 666, okay? Go and watch my video. I actually forgot to mention this one in that video that I did, but I've shown this before years ago. Anyway, so that's the reason why that one has to stay, okay? Now, let's move on. So now, before I mention this real quick, let me just tell you guys that the year Elvis died, okay, the year Elvis died, that same year, there was a horse called Seattle Slew that won the Triple Crown. And to win the Triple Crown in horse racing is the most prestigious thing to do. And why is horse racing so important to this puzzle? Because not only do they go around a track, because that's like a crown, the circle, but not only that, it's called the sport of kings, okay? So, and Elvis was known as the king, and Seattle's in King County, okay? Now, that same year that Elvis died, a horse called Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown. And what day did he do it? June 11th. And that's the day I'm telling you Seattle's going to be struck. And I didn't even know that until after, okay? After I made the prediction, that's when I realized that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11th. Now that I've said that, and you know it happened the same year Elvis died, pay attention, okay? And remember, Elvis died at the age of 42 that same year, right? So from Elvis's birthday to Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown is 42 years and 5 months and 4 days. But forget about that, it's 42 years. And from Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown to the real Seattle being slewed next year, Seattle, the area, is 47 years. So 42, 47. See that? 42, 47. And why am I showing that? Because from Elvis's birthday, just within 1 year, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 remember, it's either 154 or 155 days. 155 if you add the day, right, on a regular year, it's 42.47%. 42.47%. See what I mean? That's why this is the equation. From Elvis's birthday, to Seattle Slew is 42 years, and from Seattle Slew to the real Seattle being slewed is 47 years, 42.47, and this is 42.47%. Okay, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11. Okay, the devil is in the details, folks. And why is 6/11 so important? The 150, because see, the 155 is the key middle point. Because from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is either 154 or 155, and it's 156 on a leap year. So 155 is the middle point. So it's really 155 is the most important thing, because 155 is the first number in Gematria that equals 216. Okay? And so if you wrote the words 155, it equals 216 and 108 reduced. And Elvis was born on 108, and August 4th is the 216th day of the year. And Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name, equals 216. So Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. He's born on 108. August 4th, when Trump gets his head wound, is the 216th day of the year. And you know 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. You understand? It's all right there, folks, for you to understand all of this, okay? That's why it has to be June 11th, And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. It's the same numbers, 162 or 216, 16-2, 216. August 4th is 216 day, June 11th is the 16-2 day, get it? Anyway, so let me just show this. Pay attention. I know it gets confusing with all the numbers. But from the year Elvis was born, but not the day, from the first of the year, because Elvis was born on the 8th in 1935. From the first of the year to June 11, 1977, when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, look, it's 42.47%. 4,247 percent, whatever. See that? It's the 42.47 again. And look at this. From Elvis's birthday, the year he's born, to the exact day of Seattle Slew, it's 42.45%. So there's your 45 connection, because Trump is the 45th president, right? And I told you that on the 45th anniversary of Elvis's death in 2022 was the trigger point, Because from that day, August 16, 2022, to next year, 6/11, 2024, is 666 days. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you is the 4247 and 4245 is very important. All right? I mean, you know, those numbers. Okay? Now look. Also, pay attention. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11, the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, it's 42 years, 5 months, 4 days, right? And that's the same year Elvis died, right? Look at the equation. It's 15,496 days. And why is this important, this number? Because, see, the Antichrist equals 154. So you have 154, and then 9 and 6 is a crown, because 9 plus 6 is 15. The 15th letter of the alphabet is the O. The O is the crown. So that's the Antichrist crown. Do you see it? Okay? And look, it's 42.45%. You see? And look, it's even got the 4-5 backwards right there. Okay? And look, pay attention to this. Pay attention to the 42.54 here. 42 years, 5 months, 4 days. Look at this. The June month chart that I created, you know, I created a chart for all the months. So June is the 6th month, right? The very first time June comes around would be the 6th month. And if you went 12 months later, it would be the 18th month the next time it came around. Then the 30th month. Then the 42nd month. Then the 54th month. Look, see that? Look at that. 42 years, 5 months, 4 days. From Elvis's birthday to June 11th, the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Look, 42.54. Look, 42.54. And look, it's at the 45 mark. Because I told you. And then 45 mark, right? And then, remember I told you when Elvis turned 45 years dead, from that day to 6/11 next year is 666 days. And there's the next one, see? 666 or 666, whichever way you want to see it. But the very next one is the 666. See? They had to wait the 45 years to get that. 42.54 and then 4.5 was in 2022. And then from that day, he turned 45 years dead, is 666 days, okay? You understand how difficult that is? Now, by the way, that equation that I showed you a minute ago, that was from Elvis's birthday to Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown, right? Now, what I'm going to show you next, okay? Before I show you that, hold on, before I show you this, let me tell you this. Hold on. Let's find out. You have to ask yourself, why do they know this particular information, you know? When did Elvis start working at Crown Electric?
April 20th, 1954.
Did you hear that? April 20th, 1954. And that's exactly what I just showed here. 4, 2, because if you don't count, see, look, let me show this. So 42, and then what's in between 42 and 54 would be the O, 42054. He started working at Crown Electric on 4/20/54, and I told you it's about the 42 with a crown, because that's what he's trying to get. He's trying to get his crown. 42 with a crown, and then 54, right? And anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that he started working at Crown Electric. What, I mean, out of all the days, you know, they would know that it had to be on 4/20/54. So from that day, because you know Washington, you know, George Washington is named after Washington State, right? I mean, you know, whatever, you know what I mean. Washington's named after George Washington. Anyway, George Washington's death date was on 12/14/1799, and to the day that Elvis started working at Crown Electric, look, it's the Antichrist crown again. Look, it's 154 years this time. Remember that other equation was 154,000 days, you know, 154.96, but 15,496 days. This is years. 154 years, the Antichrist equals 154, and 47 connects to the crown, because O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, right? The 15th prime number is 47, see? 47. And that's why you see this 42 with the 47, because the 47 is the crown to the 42. Get it? The 15th prime number is 47. See? 154, 47. Again, the Antichrist crown. And look at this. Look at that. 154, 45.21%. And you know, from the first of the year to Trump's birthday, 6/14, is 45.21%. So even that connects to Trump. You think 45.21. But anyway, it's 154 years, the Antichrist number, and then the crown again. Okay? And that's from Washington's death date to Elvis getting his crown. Okay? Now, and if you still think these are coincidences, you know Washington State was founded on 11/11/1889. Okay? From the day Washington died to 11/11/89 is 89 years. Right? And it's in 1889, you see? And you know Elvis, he turns 89 years old next year. The 24th prime is 89. Next year is the 24th year. You see what I'm saying? And I told you it's all about the 45, right? From Washington State being founded to the day Elvis was born is 45 years. You see what I'm saying? So this was from Washington's death date to the day Washington was founded, Washington State. And this is from Washington State's founding date to Elvis's birthday, 45. You see what I'm saying? And if you still think these are coincidences, what about this? On a leap year, from Elvis's birthday to the day 4/5 is 89 days. See? I told you it's about the 45 connection. And remember, when Elvis turned 45 years dead in 2022, the fuse was lit. On that day, from August 16, 2022 to next year, 666 days. I told you the fuse was lit that day. And if you still think these are coincidences, remember, we're always talking about the 42-47 and how the percentage, where is it? Hold on, folks. I need to show this to you before I show you the next equation. Sorry. So remember, I told you that from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, if you add the day, it would be 155 days on a regular year, not a leap year. It's 42.47%, right? And then from the year Elvis was born to the day Seattle Slew was slewed, I mean the Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, is 42 years. And then the real Seattle Slew being slewed next year is 47, right? 42-47. So look at this. So George Washington's death date was 12/14/1799. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Hold on. Sorry. I got to tell you something first. I don't know how this got mixed up in there. Hold on. I'm still going to show this. I just got to put the... I got to tell you why this is important. Because let me show this real quick. I just have it in wrong order, folks. Hold on. Where is it? I don't understand what I did with it. This is weird. Hold on 1 second. If I don't find it in 2 seconds, I'm just going to tell you what it is. Yeah, I can't find it. It's weird. Anyway, so check this out. In 1989, because remember, we're talking about the 89 connections because Elvis turns 89 next year, right? And I was just showing you how the Washington connections with the 89. Look, the Elvis halftime show was that year in 89. And then I'm not going to talk about that now because it's full of connections. The Elvis halftime show in 89. But it wasn't Elvis, it was an Elvis impersonator. That was in 89. And that same year, there was an April Fool's Space Needle collapse prank on 4/1. Okay? They said the Space Needle collapsed. You know, it's the most ridiculous thing you can imagine. Because it looks like they were really serious. It didn't look like a joke, okay? And the reason I'm bringing that up is because look at from Washington's death date. Look at from Washington's death date. Folks, look. It's because of the let me see if I'm going to have to do it like this. That way the sun is not in there. So from Washington's death date, 12/14/1799, to the day the Space Needle prank happened, where they said it collapsed. You know, it was breaking news on King 5 News in Seattle. Look, 189 years, okay? Look at the percentage. 189 and then 42.47%. Look at that. Because remember, Elvis needs the 9. Elvis was born on 1/8. He needs the 9, remember? If you've been watching my videos. And look, 189, and then you have 42.47% from 12/14 to 4/1, the Space Needle prank. You see what I'm saying? Okay? Now, hold on, folks. Sorry. Hold on. Now, that year that Elvis died at the age of 42, because I told you that Trump is the second part of this charade and Obama is the third part, okay? Because it has to be a 3, because just like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, it's the same thing. They're the unholy godhead, Elvis, Trump, and Obama. So that year, Elvis turned 42 when he died, Trump turned 31 on his birthday, and Obama turned 16. And look, it equals 89. This is the year that Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown and Elvis died. See? 89 in 1977. You see? And by the way, that Space Needle prank on a leap year from Elvis's birthday, on a leap year, folks, not a regular year. And 1989 was not a leap year when the Space Needle prank happened, but it doesn't matter. It's all about, you know, what happens on this leap year. So leap year from Elvis's birthday to the Space Needle prank day is 2 months, 24 days. Look at that. 224, and then you have the 8-4 connection. 84 days is 2 months, 24 days on a leap year. Okay? Depending on where you start. From Elvis's birthday, it's that equation, what I just showed. So there's another connection to 8-4 because Trump gets his head wound on 8-4, which Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that supposedly died at birth. So, anyway, so let me just go. Let me move on. So like I was telling you, everything is about the 42, 45, and the 47, right? And you'll understand in a moment because see, that Space Needle prank. Check this out. Man, this sun is driving the brightness. You can't look from Elvis's death date. Look at that. And you could even do the Seattle Slew. Well, no, it won't be the same. What am I saying? Elvis' death was in 77, right? The same year Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Look, Elvis died on 8/16/77 to the Space Needle prank. Look at that, 42-47 days. And from the Space Needle prank to 9/11 is 45-47 days. Look at that. It's the 4245 or the 4247 or 4547, you see? It's those same numbers again. I mean, if you think these are coincidences, then you're just dumb. Because look, you think it's coincidence? What about this? If you take the prime numbers for 42, 45, 47, and 47, look what it equals. 181800. Look at that. Look at that. And remember, Elvis was born on 1/8, and there was 2 of them. 1818 with 2 crowns, you see? Because Elvis had two people born on that day, right? And I told you that 1818 equals 216, or 8181 equals 16/2. That's August 4th and June 11th. You see what I'm saying? It all connects. It's a perfect puzzle, okay? Now, okay, look. Check this out. So I was just telling you that 42, 45 is very important because Elvis is the 42 connection because he died at the age of 42, and Trump is the 45 connection, right? And look, so prime numbers for 42 and 45, look, 42nd prime is 181, the 45th prime is 197, okay? It adds up to 378. Now, if you take the 87, which is 42 plus 45, and add it to the 378, you get 465. And I'll tell you what the 465 is right here. Look, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11, It's either 154 days if you don't add the day, 155 days if you add the day, and on a leap year it's 156 days if you add the day. Look, it adds up to 465. Look at that. What, I mean, what are the chances? You know what I mean? But here's what's really important. See, look at these numbers, 37887. Look, 37 is the EL, right? Because 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL. EL means God. That's why it's Elvis, right? And look, the 154th prime, which is the Antichrist number, the 154th prime is 887. So you have the EL 887. God, you understand? It's the EL 154 because 887 is the 154th prime. You understand? The Antichrist. Elvis and Trump. The Antichrist. You understand? Did anyone not get that part before I move on? Did anyone not get what I just showed? Please tell me if you don't get it. And look, there's only 18 people in the chat. I mean, I told you, I have the most ungrateful, unappreciative, lukewarm, lazy bums as viewers. But they'll all be back. They'll be crying on, soon. They'll be crying that they weren't paying attention soon, But let me show it better. Let me show it better, hold on. See, the lighting is no good in here, folks. Hold on, let me see if this helps. Hold on. No, that's not good either. I'm trying to find a place where there's not that much. All right, how about this? All right, here we go. So look. The 42nd prime is 181, the 45th prime is 197, adds up to 378. You add the 378 to the 87, which is 42 plus 45 is 87. Look, see these numbers right here become the EL, okay? You see it? The 887, 150th prime is 887. It's the Antichrist connection. That's what it's all about, all right? Anyway, I'm not going to repeat it, but if you guys want to look at it, you can look at it. Now, all right, so that was that, okay? Because I told you, everything has to do with the Antichrist and Elvis. And by the way, remember I was telling you EL means God, and the VIS, which is the other three letters in Elvis, VI is Roman numeral 6, VI. And then the S means more than one. 6 is VIs. 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 That's right, look at that. Anyway. So do you understand? It's whatever. The point I'm trying to make is that it means 666 basically. L6s, God 6s. That's what that's why if Elvis becomes the mark of the beast, his name is the mark of the beast. Elvis, God 666, and or his image. If his image, because Elvis. His image is the mark. Same thing. And Trump benefits from it because he looks like Elvis in a way, Anyway, so let me keep going on. Now you're gonna see the coincidences, like I said, undeniable coincidences of how it's scripted. This Seattle Slew stuff and all that, which I was just showing you. Okay, so pay attention. Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, right? The Triple Crown consists of 3 races, okay, that take place in the state of Kentucky, Maryland, and New York. It's called the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and then the Belmont. And look, wouldn't you know it that it equals 33, the state numbers? Look at that. State number 15, then 7, and 11. Look at that. I mean, I could do other things with that, but I'm not going to do it. But just, you understand how ridiculous that is? A 33 connection with it? All right? And here. So, here's another connection. The 1977 Triple Crown, when Seattle Slew won it, this was the numbers. It was the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby. It was the, 102nd Preakness Stakes and the 109th Belmont Stakes. Okay? So when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, because they have to win all 3 of these races to make the Triple Crown. And look, it adds up to 314. That's the pi number, which connects to the circle, the crown. Do you understand? It connects to the crown. All right? Now, like I said, it's all scripted. Remember. So Seattle Slew wins the 10th Triple Crown. So that means there was 9 winners before him. So he won the 10th Triple Crown to win all 3 races. And it was the 109th running of the Belmont, the last leg. The last leg, on June 11th, when he won, was the 109th running of the Belmont. But it was the 10th Triple Crown he won. So check it out. January month chart, when Elvis was born, January is the first month. Then the next time it would be the 13th month and the 25th month and the 37th month, then the 49th month and the 61st month and the 73rd month and the 85th month and the 97th month, and the 10th month down would be the 109th. Look, 10-109, 10-109. I'm just saying, why? Because you know the 110 is very important, because 110 has to do with the Twin Towers falling the 110 floors each. And of course the word perfect equals 7337 110, which is the EL even, L even. For the people who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, you're not going to get it. But do you understand? That's why it had to be the 110, but it was the 10th and the 109. See what I mean? When Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. And of course, I told you Elvis needs the 9, right? Elvis was born on 108. He needs the 9. And 109, which is the Seattle Slew winning the Belmont, right, was the 109th running. 109 plus 45, and I told you he needs a 45, it equals 154. The Antichrist number, see? And look, it's my birthday, 9495, because I was born on a leap year. 94 falls on 95. I was born on 94. You understand? And if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 9, it equals 45. 1 through 9. 0 means through. 1 through 9. Okay? You understand what I'm showing you? And look, here's another strange coincidence. From the first of the year to 224, because, you know, we're talking about the year 2024, right? And the 0 means through. Like it's 2 through 24, get it? 2024, basically. So if you go from the first of the year to 224, it's either 54 days if you don't add the day, or 55 if you add the day. And look, you get 109. With the 224 connection. And look, if you add up these numbers, 1 and 224, you add it up, it's 325. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year and 163 on leap year. Look, 325. See that? 325. 325, 325. 54, 55 is 109, 109th running. You see? I'm just saying, these are strange. See, I was trying to connect it to the 224. That's why, you know, for next year, you know. And again, remember, Elvis died at the age of 42. Washington's the 42nd state, right? Look, Elvis died at age 42. Washington's the 42nd state, where Seattle is. Look, 42 plus Elvis, he equals 67, his name. Elvis equals 67. 42 plus 67 is 109. You see? 42, death age. Washington is the 42nd state. Elvis equals 67, his name. 109. See what I mean again? The Belmont was the 109th running. And Elvis needs the 9, right? And look, 6 times 7 equals 42. And the word 67 is the first number in Gematria that equals 162. It's the first one. And 76 is the last one, because it's the same letters, 76 and 67. And after that, there's no other ones. So 67 is the first, and 76 is the last. Look, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. See what I mean? I'm just showing you all the connections, folks. And you know that Elvis and his twin, Jesse, they both equal 67. You know? So check this out. And I told you the 45 is super important. Oops. The hell? So from 4/5, the date, to 6/11 is 67 or 68 days. 67 if you don't add the day, 68. And Elvis, his name equals 67 forward and 68 backwards. 4-5 to 6-11. Get it? The 45 connection to 6-11, the date Seattle gets struck. 67. See? Elvis equals 67. Jesse, Jessie, like it is on his gravestone, IE, equals 67. And from 6-11 to 8-16 is 67. It's either 66 or 67 days if you add the day. Right? And remember, it's all about the 6-7. Look, my birthday is the 247th day of the year, 248th on a leap year. But look, from 1-8, Elvis's birthday, to 9-11 is 67.67. See what I mean? So you have the connection to Elvis. You see what I mean? Elvis dying, Seattle Slew, and 45. All right? Anyway, as I said, check it out. You're gonna see undeniable proof in a moment. So Kentucky Derby is the first race out of the races of the Triple Crown, right? So obviously the Kentucky Derby is very important, right? And you're gonna see why it's so important in a moment. So you have to win 3 races, right, to win the Triple Crown. But Kentucky is the first one, right? So check it out. So Seattle Slew wins the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby. Seattle Slew wins the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby, okay? Check this out. Seattle Slew wins the 103rd Kentucky Derby, right? The 103rd prime number is the first number. Okay, the 103rd prime number is 563. If you add the 563 to the 103, it equals 66. This is the only number that does this. There is no other 666 connection. This is the only prime number that can connect to the 666 because 666 is not a prime number. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? The 103rd prime number is 563. You add the 103, it's 666. Out of all the ones, why did it have to be this one? Why? You know? The only one that connects to the 666. Okay? And by the way, before I show you this next thing, by the way, this is pushing it, what I'm going to show, but not the... just this one particular thing, all right? So, Elvis, everything to do with Elvis has to do with the needle. That's why Trump brought out the needle. He was the father of the needle, right? He said he's the father of the miracle cure. So, Elvis, everything Elvis did was about the needle. And now Trump connects to the needle, okay? And don't forget, Trump was the one who gave Elvis the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award. Posthumously, because Elvis had supposedly already died, right, years ago. But he gave it to him, you know, and I talked about that many times. Trump giving it to Elvis, right, back in 2018, 2017, I don't remember. But it doesn't matter. So everything to do with the needle. And and so Elvis, he was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. He made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair when that Space Needle opened. And he was the first famous person to have anything to do with it. You can go look at it in the internet, everywhere. Elvis at the Space Needle when it was open. So again, it connects to the needle, right? And I told you the word Space Needle equals fallen angel. Elvis represents Lucifer, who is a fallen angel, okay? So Space Needle equals fallen angel in Gematria. Now, so he has everything to do with the needle, right? Elvis. And then Elvis, because he was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Space Needle, right? When he made that movie. And then Elvis, with the other needle connection, he took an injection. He was the first famous person to take an injection on live television. He took it on Bill Gates' first birthday, on 10/28/1956. And why is that important? Because Bill Gates promotes the needle, right? He's all about the needle. So Bill Gates was born in Seattle, where the Space Needle is. You see what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say here? It's all connected. And why did Elvis take the needle on that day? Because 1028, folks, the day he took the needle is, check this out. (1028) is the 301st day of the year, and if you add a year to that number, it's 666. See, that's the only date that can have a 666 connection. When if you ask Google what is 1028, it'll tell you the 301st day of the year, and then if you add a year, it's 666. So basically 1028 is the 666th day of the year, So, and look, it's the 301. Look at that. And what is that? What is that? Because look, see, it's 103. Remember the 103rd Kentucky Derby? And the 103rd is the only one that has the 666 connection. You see that? That's just I'm sure that's just a pure coincidence, right? Anyway, so that year when Elvis took the needle, and remember, besides the Space Needle connection and the needle, him taking the needle on live television, how did people hear Elvis through the record? And plus Satan is the prince of the power of the air, right? And how did you hear Elvis? Through the airwaves, right? On the radio. And of course, radio has connections, that word, if you look at it, what it is. But forget about that. It's when you play the record, it's on a needle. You understand? The needle on the record, the arm of the needle goes on the record, and the Space Needle looks like a record player from the top. It has that needle, and it has the round thing. It looks just like the record player. Okay? You understand? So everything connects to each other. Now, that same year when Elvis took the needle, look, what was the date that Elvis took the polio injection?
According to Waterloo Rotary, on October 28, 1956, Elvis got...
When did the horse Needles win the Kentucky Derby?
1956.
So the same year that Elvis took the needle, there was a horse that won the Kentucky Derby called Needles. And what did he do? Look, Needles, check it out. Needles wins 2 out of the 3 races. And 2 out of 3 is 66%. If you ask what is 2/3 of whatever the hell, I don't know. But anyway, check this out. I know this is pushing it, what I'm showing this part right here. Look, so he wins the Kentucky Derby, right, which was the first. He loses the second one, so don't count this and make it a 0. And then he wins the third. Look at that, 103. I know, am I pushing it? Would you say that that's pushing it? I agree. I'm saying that that's pushing it, right? Because look, the 103rd running was Seattle Slew winning the Kentucky Derby, which was the 666 connection, right? Because the 103rd prime number was the 666 connection. But is it? Would you say I'm pushing it with this particular one right here? Not the Needles. The Needles is not pushing it. I'm talking about, and the 2/3 thing is not pushing it, because he lost this one. So he won the first leg, but lost the second leg, and then he wins the third leg. So you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I talked about David Bowie many, many times in my Black Star videos. Yeah, someone's mentioning that. That's why I'm saying that. Yeah, David Bowie's completely connected to Elvis. So am I pushing it? I'm asking you. I am pushing it? Someone says I am. Oh. I was hoping you wouldn't say I wasn't. That's it, you're banned. I'm done. No, I'm just messing with you. Listen, that's pushing it, but the Needles thing is not pushing it. That is not pushing it. Needles wins 2 out of the 3 of the Triple Crown. What is the chance a horse called Needles wins on the same year Elvis is going to take the needle. Now, pay attention, okay? I'm not done, okay? What did I do with that paper? Well, I'm going to get to the needles thing, back to the needles thing in a moment. Forget about that right now. You'll see later on in the video it's going to come up. Check this out. So remember that Seattle Slew won the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby, right? Which was the year, the same year Elvis died and the same year that he won the Triple Crown, Seattle Slew. He won all 3 races, right? Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont Stakes. And that's the year Elvis died, right? And he did it on 6/11, Seattle Slew, which is the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck next year, 6/11/2024. But anyway, so the 103rd prime number equals 666, right? The 103. And it was the 103rd Kentucky Derby, right? The 103rd prime number connects to the 666, right? Now, look at this. Look at this. So, remember, forget about this part. Look, Kentucky is the 15th state, and the 15 is the crown, right? 15 is the crown. The letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. Kentucky is the 15th state, right? Now, so when you see this, remember the 103rd prime number, because it was the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby, right? So when you see the 103rd and add the 563, the prime number, to the 103, it's 666, right? And then you have a crown connection because it's Kentucky, so it's basically the 666 crown, right? So what would happen if we added a crown to 103? It would be 1030, right? 1030, right? So, hold on, you're going to see in a moment. 1030. Look what happens. So, the prime number, remember it's 103 was the 666 connection, right? Just now, the 103rd running of the Kentucky Derby for Seattle Slew. You add the 0, which is the crown, to the 103. Look what that is. The prime number for 1030 is 8219. Look at that. And that's Seattle. Seattle equals 8219. Look at that. So the 666 with a crown. See what I mean? 103 with a crown. That's the 666 with a crown. 8219. Are you getting it? See what I'm saying? The 103rd Kentucky Derby, Seattle Slew won it. 103, Kentucky is the 15th state. Are you getting it? 666, 103 with a crown. You can't make this stuff up, folks. You can't. And if you think that's a coincidence, and by the way, what is 10 times 30? Isn't that 300 days? Is 10 times 30 300? Yeah, but I told you everything to do with the Twin Towers has to do with Elvis and his twin that supposedly died. So 10 times 30. Because we're just looking at the 1030 connection, right? Remember? 1030 connects to Seattle. 8219. Look. And 10 times 30. Look at this. From Elvis's death, August 16th, to the next time 6/11 comes around, is 300 days, 82.19%. You see? From Elvis's death to 6/11, 300 days is 82.19%. Now, how much more do I have to show you? If that's not enough, how about this one? This is the last one I'm going to show about that. Because I have more, but I'm just going to end it with this one. How about this one? I'm not ending the video. I'm saying ending this connection right here. How about this one? Remember, Seattle equals 8219. Elvis, from the first of the year, Elvis is born on the 8th day. From the first of the year to the 8th day, it's 8 days. 8 days is 2.19%. 8219. 8219. That's Seattle. Seattle is 82.19%. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it. It's game over. Like someone said game over. Yeah, that's game over. You can't. It's impossible to have these connections. Okay? And by the way, it's all about the 24, because I told you Elvis turns 89 next year. The 24th prime is 89. And Elvis needs the 9. He's born on the 8th, but he needs the 9, right? And the 24th prime is 89. He turns 89 next year, right? And Seattle Slew, when he won, okay, from that day that he won to the day he died was 24 years. Look, because he won on 6/11/77. He died on 5/7, 2002. 24 years, see? So basically they're telling you Seattle dies. Seattle Slew, 24. And slew means to violently kill, you understand? That's why Seattle's going to be slewed. So imagine the coincidence of that, So now, by the way, folks, I don't have to show you anymore. I could have just ended it 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. It would have been enough. But I'm going to show you this last information. This is not something spectacular, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Because there should be nothing that, not only not hidden, but it's whatever sparks something inside you to say, yes, I believe. Then I'm going to show it to you until you believe, okay? Because there's some of you just don't get it, So check it out. So, and remember, I just showed you that Seattle Slew, from Seattle Slew to the day he died was 24 years. Also is 24 years from his death to 9/11. From Elvis's death to 9/11 is the same year as 24 years also. Because Elvis and Seattle Slew died before 9/11. You see what I'm saying? That year. So that's why it turns 24 years, Anyway, to 9/11 was 24 years. See? Again, a 24 connection. All right? Now, you know that my birthday is 9/4, right? Check this out. Elvis's death date was August 16th, 77 to 9/11. I just told you it was 24 years, right? Check this equation out. Look at that. 240, 9.04. So look at that. 24 with a crown, then 9.04. And that's my birthday. Look at this. 904 is my birthday. From Elvis's birthday to 904 is 240 days. Look at that. 240, 9.04. 240, 9.04. I mean, 904 is my birthday. 240. Get it? From Elvis's birthday to my birthday is 240 days. If you add the day. Look, 240, 9.04. Are you seeing what I'm saying? Because next year is the crown. 24 with a crown. Okay? Now, the Seattle Kingdom. Because it's all about destroying the king, right? The kingdom of God. And Seattle's anagram is EL State, STATE, L State. Okay, L means God, so it's state of God, His kingdom. They're going to destroy the kingdom of God. Okay, now, and then they're going to birth the Antichrist, Elvis. You understand? Anyway, So from the day the Seattle Kingdom was opened was 3/27/76, and then it died almost on the exact day. I mean, not died, was demolished on that exact day. So it was 24 years exactly. It was 24 years exactly if you add the day. All right. Now, from that day to 6/11 next year is 24 years. So 24/24. You see that? And you know, I don't pay attention to the Strong's Concordance, right? I don't pay attention to the Strong's Concordance. But sometimes, you know, what is 24/24 in the Strong's Concordance? Depends on, I think depends on which one. In the Strong's Greek Concordance, it means Jesus. Well, the way they say it, Jesus or Joshua, the name of the Messiah. So 24/24 in the Strong's Concordance is Jesus. Can you believe that? I told you, it's mockery. Okay, so that's a strange connection right there, right? Now, hold on. So, you know, George Bush was the president during 9/11, and the word Bush equals the exact same in Gematria as June. Okay, so but forget about that. But Bush was the president, right? And George Bush Jr. And from George Bush Jr.'s birthday to 6/11 next year, from the exact day that he was born in 1946 on 7/6 to 6/11, look, it's 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. From his birthday to next year, 6/11. And you know, Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11/77. Look at that. It's the backwards. 77/11/6. Look at that. 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. From George Bush Jr. and to 6/11 next year. And George Bush was the president during 9/11. Okay? So don't tell me these are, you know, just coincidences. They're not, all right? And, you know, I told you how they mock God, right? Who was the jockey on Seattle Slew? Let's find out who the jockey was on Seattle Slew. Who was the Seattle Slew jockey? Who was the jockey on Seattle Slew?
According to Wikipedia, Jean Kruger is a retired French-American thoroughbred.
Jean Kruger. Kruger. Jean Kruger. Look. Look at that. JC initials. Jesus Christ. You see that? Isn't that interesting? And look, he's born on 3/8, right? From the first of the year to 3/8, if you add the day, it's 67. Leap year is 68. Elvis, his name, equals 67, 68 backwards. Look at that. And that's when he was born. See that? And by the way, the word J-E-W, you know, J-E-W, that word equals 3811. Interesting that it's the same numbers right there, 3811. Anyway, oh, that's my birthday. 9/4. 1 and 3 is 4, 1 and 8 is 9. 9/4/49. Look at that. I just noticed that. Because they say the date backwards, you know, in the UK. So 4994 is the same thing. Did you understand that when I said Elvis equals 67, 68 backwards? 67, 68 days in between his birthday, this guy. Anyway. Okay, so if this horse racing is so important, you know, and there's only been 13 Triple Crown winners over a 100-year period. There's only been 13 of them. So the chances are not that great that there's going to be a Triple Crown winner during the birth of 3 presidents in 1946, because you have Trump, Clinton, and Bush all born in 46, okay? I'm going to tell you that one in a minute, whether there was a Triple Crown there. And in the year Elvis died, the year Elvis was born, was there a Triple Crown winner? And you know that the year Elvis died, there was a Triple Crown winner because it was Seattle Slew, right? Look. So the year Elvis was born, in 1935, there was a Triple Crown winner called Omaha. Check that out. Omaha sounds like Obama. You know what I mean? And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, I think Omaha might be the 402 area code. I'm not sure. But anyway, because 42 of the crown. Is it? I don't know. I'll check in a moment. But look, the year that Trump and, what's his name? Trump, Bush, and Clinton were born, there was a Triple Crown winner. So Triple Crown winner, Elvis' birth year. Triple Crown winner in 1946 with the 3 presidents. Look at the name of it. Assault. Assault. And look at the number. It was the 3rd Triple Crown winner and the 7th Triple Crown winner. The EL. You see that? EL. See that? EL. Now, what is the chance of that? Right? Yeah, see, it was the 402 area code. See, I remember that. Anyway. Yeah, Omaha Beach was D-Day, right? Or something like that. Yeah. When was D-Day? I know it.
June 6, 1944. According to Eisenhower.
6/6/44. And you know, the year Elvis did his comeback special, you had Martin Luther King, who was killed on 4/4, and RFK was killed on 6/6. The D-Day was 6/6/44. Look at that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But so where are we? So okay, I just showed you the Triple Crown winners, right? Just ask yourself these questions, folks. You know. And I forgot to mention that Omaha and Assault is the A and the O, the Alpha Omega. Alpha Omega, you see? AO. That's right, I remember that Mutual Omaha thing. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They are mocking us. Anyway, with the assault. Anyway, so remember I was telling you that Needles won the Kentucky Derby in the same year Elvis took the needle. There was a horse called Needles that won the Kentucky Derby, right? And what number Kentucky Derby was it? I didn't tell you this part. Look at this. Needles won the 82nd Kentucky Derby. See? Seattle equals 82. And remember, Kentucky is the 15th state, right? 15 is the crown. Elvis 67 plus 15 equals 82. You see that? Elvis equals 67 plus Kentucky's the 15th state, which is the crown, 82. Seattle equals 82. It was the 82nd Kentucky Derby. The horse was called Needles. See that? And you know this 82nd prime number is 421, and the Space Needle opened on 421. See that? And 421's backwards date is 9/11. Folks, I'm just throwing the whole kitchen sink at you. I don't care. If you don't, I told you whatever it's going to take for you to listen, I'm going to throw it out there, right? So, you know that Elvis died in 77, and the Space Needle prank was 89. That was the same year Elvis's Super Bowl halftime show was in 89. Elvis turns 89 next year, right? So, from the day Elvis was born to the day the Kentucky Derby, that Needles won the 82nd Kentucky Derby, look at that, it's 7,789 days from the day that Needles won the Triple Crown. Wins the Kentucky Derby, not the Triple Crown. All right, from Elvis's birthday. So that was 7789. I thought that was interesting. Or how about this one? From the day Needles was born, the horse, from Elvis's birthday to the day Needles was born, look at this. It's 6687 days. And you know the word twin, the totals is 8766, which is the backwards of 6687. You get what I'm saying? But look, it's 18 years, 3 months, 22 days. You got the 322, and Elvis's birthday is 18. Get it? And look at this. From Needles' birthday to the day he won the Kentucky Derby is 3 years, 7 months. I mean, 3 years, 7 days. I'm sorry. 3 years, 7 days from the birth of Needles to the day he won the 82nd Kentucky Derby. Okay? And you know what? I'm not even. Listen, this is pushing it, so don't pay attention what I'm saying here. So, 82 is the Needles wins the 82nd Derby. And Kentucky's the 15th state, and the 15 is a O, right? So just instead of putting the 15, I put the O. So it would be the 82 with a crown, and 820 days is 224%. See, and next year is 2024. You get what I'm saying? That's why this is pushing it, what I did here. All right, so don't pay attention to that. So, folks, I'm telling you, I have a few good things left, so pay attention. Not a lot, but the very end is pretty interesting. But, so from the day Needles won the 82nd Kentucky Derby, let me drink some water. So when Needles, because why is that important, the Needles Kentucky Derby? Because that's the year Elvis took the needle, okay? So in 1956. So Needles wins the Kentucky Derby, right? From that day to 9/11, look at this. Look at this. Look at this amount right here. From the day Needles won the Triple Crown to 9/11. I mean, from the day Needles won the 82nd Derby, because he didn't win the Triple Crown. Look at this. It's 16566 days. 16,566. Look. It's 45 years, 4 months, 7 days. Look, it's the 4547 connection. And Trump is the 4547 president. You get what I'm saying? If he becomes president. 614 is the 165th, 166th day. 165, 166. Get it? You see that? See what I'm showing here? And 55, Satan. 55 equals Satan. Satan equals 55. And even here's another weird connection. From Trump's birthday to the day Needles won the Triple Crown, look at this. It's 3,614 days. The 3 is like the W. W. The W crown. W on top of 614, see? Crowning the 614. The 3 is a crown. Just like 7 is a crown. That's why you see in that iPet goat, you see the C, the beast out of the C, the 3, and then you have the 7, which is the L. On that iPet goat where the apple goes by the L and the C. You see what I'm saying? Because it's L out of the C, beast out of the C, L this out of the C in Seattle. And that apple represents Washington. Washington's the apple state. Man, come on. Anyway, so because Seattle Slew, he ended with the Belmont Stakes to win the Triple Crown. Seattle Slew. And from the day Needles, because Needles won the first leg and he lost the second leg and he won the third leg. So from the Needles winning the Belmont to Seattle Slew winning the Belmont when he won the Triple Crown, Seattle Slew, look how many days it was. It's 7,666 days, and the 7 is a crown, I told you, just like the 3 is a crown. So if it was 3666, it would have been the same. But 7666 is a crown. So from Needles winning the Belmont to Seattle Slew winning the Belmont, when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Okay, now, so that's the end of that, all right? This part, what I'm going to show you, is really important, okay? I hope you, for the people who got in late, you got to watch from the beginning or you're not going to understand, all right? All right, anyway, let me, hold on. Okay, pay attention, okay? So, what I'm about to show here, I know you think it's, oh man, I don't even know if I should show this. Oh hold on. So you know that the, hold on, man. Hold on, okay. All right. On a non-leap year, from Elvis's birthday to 6/12 is 156 days. And 6/12 is George Bush Sr.'s birthday, okay? And it's also the numbers 216 backwards, and 6/11 is the 162nd day of the year, and it's got the same numbers as the 162nd day of the year. And 216 backwards is August 4th, right? 216. But anyway, George Bush Sr.'s birthday, because I told you the Bushes are completely connected to it. It's the father-son mockery. You understand? Father-son, get it? And George Bush was the 41st. Bush Jr. was the 43rd. Makes 84. I told you it's complete mockery. And the 84 is when Trump's going to get his head wound, which is Obama's birthday, right? Anyway, look. So from Elvis' birthday to 6/12 on a regular year is 156 days. But on a leap year, from Elvis' birthday to 6/11 is 156 days. That's what this is going to be. It's the leap year connection to the 156 that needs to go. And 150 and the 156 is connected to the crown because the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, but when you reduce it, it's 6. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 15 is reduced to 6. So when you see 156, you're seeing the crown. Okay? Now, and you'll see in a moment what I'm talking about, because what was the 156th prime? 156 prime was 9/11. See? 156. See, that's why it's going to connect to the 6/11, which is the upside down 9/11. 156, crown, 156. You understand? And what is 15 plus 6? It's 21, right? And what year did it happen? In 2001. 21, get it? Take out the zeros, it's 21. 15, 6, 21. 156 prime is 9/11. So it's 9/11, 21 basically, what you're seeing. Do you understand? And I can go through the whole list of how it connects to Elvis, all right? Because from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. You got the 8-4 connection, and you got the 66. Twin equals 66. And the Twin Towers fell. 66 years, 8 months, 4 days after Elvis was born. And what happened when Elvis was born? The identical twin died at birth. The Twin Tower collapsed. You understand? Anyway, so you understand why the 156 is important. So from the day Washington died, George Washington, and the reason he's important because he's number one, right? They say, but he's also the reason for Seattle being in Washington State, right? It has to connect to Washington. So from Washington to the day Elvis took the needle, because it's all about the Space Needle and everything to do with needles, right? So from the day from Washington's death date to the day Elvis took the needle, it's 156 years. Look. So remember, 15 and 6 is the crown. 15 is the letter O, reduced 6, right? And the 156 prime was 9/11. But look, if you take out the 0, it's 1 and 15, right? The first prime is 2. The 15th prime is 47. That's my birthday, the 247th day of the year. You see that? Again, it connects. And look at the percentage. 156 is the year, basically. 150, it's 156, whatever, that's the whole thing right there for the percentage. 15697.81. But look at the last 4, because take out the 156, because that's the year. Then you add whatever's left is 97.81. Look at this, September's chart. Look at that. 9. The September is the 9th month, and the 7th number down is 81. 9781. You see that? And of course, why is the 156 so important? Because June, the first month is the 6th month is the first one, right? Then the 56th number down is 666. And if you add every number between 6 and 666 every month, I'm saying, so it would be 6, 12, 6, 18, 30, 42, and all that, and so on. It adds up to 18816, and that's Elvis's birthday and his death date from that equation. From the first one all the way to the 666. Look, I know it's confusing, and I don't care. Okay? If you don't understand it, that's your problem. Now, from that was from Washington's death date to the day Elvis took the needle in 1956. This is the day that Needles won the Belmont, the horse, in that same year. It's 156 years. Okay, and it would be 156 years to the Kentucky Derby one where he won, also Needles, right? But he lost the middle leg. But anyway, so the reason I'm showing you this is because it's more perfect. Look, 156 is the crown, right? 156, 15 and 6 is the crown. And that's how many days from Elvis's birthday to June 11th on a leap year, 156. And the 156 prime is 9/11. But look, 61.10. Look, so you have the 156 and the 611 with a crown. See that? See what I'm saying? And 1, 5, and 6 is the crown. 15 and 6. Are you getting that? Is anyone not getting what I just showed there? And that was to the horse Needles winning the Triple Crown. Winning the third leg of the Triple Crown. All right. Yes, that is what they're doing. It's all about mocking God and destroying God and bringing up the the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's what that's all about. Elvis is the phoenix. Elvis is the beast out of the sea. Elvis is the kraken. Elvis is the camel that shoots through the eye of the needle. Elvis is the sea beast. The sea goat. He's the goat. Because Capricorn, January's birth thing, is a sea goat. You understand? He's born in January under the Capricorn sign. The cap. Cap. Anyway, so this is the last few. There's only 4 cards left. Pay attention. Yes. Believe me, if you think you're tired, imagine what I'm going through. Imagine what my brain is going through, having to deal with all of this on a daily basis, 24 hours a day. You think I'm only doing it this here? I'm 24 hours a day. It's on my mind, this stuff. All right. I told you, anybody else would have already, been in a loony bin, just like that Beautiful Mind dude. He went berserk. In that movie. And look what happened to Stephen Hawking. Yeah, if you believe that story. Stephen Hawking. And what happened? And he was born on Elvis's birthday, Stephen Hawking. Anyway, so here we go again, all right? So remember, it's all about the needle, right? So when Elvis took the needle on TV on Bill Gates' first birthday, I know this first one is not that big of a deal, but you'll see how it connects. So this one is not a big deal, remember that. I'm just showing this just to show you something that has a small connection. So when Elvis took the needle on TV, and TV equals 42, right? I'm not going to get into that right now. But look, so from when Elvis took the needle on Bill Gates' first birthday to 6/11 when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, and Slew means to violently kill, remember? And that's the same year Elvis died in 77. But anyway, that day, look, all these connections, the days and the years and the months, it's really not that much of a connection. There's a small connection, but watch. Look at the months and the days. 247 months, 15 days. Look, it's the 247 is the 9/4 day, which is my birthday, and the 0 is the crown, the 15th. See? The O. So you have the crown, right? And I told you guys that my birthday with a crown on it See, look. So remember, I just showed you that it's 9-4, 9-4 with a crown, right? Look. The 940th prime number is 7411. Jesus equals 7411. You see? You see what I mean? And that was a big, big reveal I did a few videos back. So a lot of you probably have never seen that. That was a huge reveal. And if you think that's a coincidence, here's another reveal in that same video, all right, that the first number, when you put a crown on it, all right, pay attention. So the first number, when you put a crown on it, and you know June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, which is the day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck, right? So the first time you put a crown on a particular number, this is the first time it hits the 162 mark. And what's that number? 94. 94, my birthday. You put a crown on 94, it equals 162. That's the first time, and it's probably the last time. I'm not sure. I didn't check all of them, but I'm almost 100%. There's no other one. But so that's the first one. You see that? 94, which goes right back to what I just showed you right here. 9-4 with a crown is 7411, which is Jesus. 9-4 with a crown. That's my birthday. All right, and 9-4 is 7-4 on. 9-4 is 7-4 on the Roman calendar. You know that. September means 7. Right? And hold on. And America was founded on 7-4 in 1776. And how many years old is it now? 247, 248. You see that? Next year it's going to turn 248. It's going to be 247 years into till next year, 7-4. And 247, 248 is 9-4. My birthday is the 247, 248 day of the year on a leap year, and I was born on a leap year. So it's 247, 248. And right now America is 247, 248, and I told you 7-4, Independence Day is when America was founded. Do you not understand what's coming? All right? Wake the hell up. All right? Wake the hell up. All right? Now, if you still think that's not enough, all right? That's right. We're going to play that Elvis song, huh? It's Now or Never, right? His love can't wait. He needs his love inside you. That's right. Elvis wants to give you his love. Love potion number 9. That's right. He needs the number 9. Love. Now I gotta find out before I show you this. When did the song Love Potion number 9 come out?
1959. According to Wikipedia, Love Potion
I want to know the
is
date.
a song written in 1959 by Jerry Leiber and Mike Stoller. It was originally performed by the Clovers, who took it to number.
The Clovers. Clover. C. Lover. Clover. All right. Look. Where was I? Oh, okay. I have only 3 cards left. Okay? Pay attention. This part's really important. So remember, folks, pay attention. This is very important. Where's that tapping thing? You know, that teacher in the iPad Go thing? Attention. Pay attention, class. All right? Pay attention. It's like a a brainwashing technique. Hypnotizing, I mean. All right. So, remember, from the 611 connects to the 612 because it falls on 612 on a leap year. the normal day. So 611 is 612 on leap year. Okay, so those two connect to each other, and after 4 p.m. on 611 in the UK, it would be 612. So that's, do you understand? It connects to both days anyway. So 611 connects to 612. All right. Because of the UK time, right? So, oh, before I show that, folks, I'm sorry, before I show that, oh man, I ran out of paper. I'm gonna have to write on something. What the heck? I ran out of paper, folks. Hold on. I'll just use this. I forgot to show this. From Washington's death date in 1799 to the day the Space Needle opened, you know, because I told you Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with it. Look at this. Wow, is it, man, you know what? I think it is. I think it's 4 months. Look at that. It's the, yeah. So, remember, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. Look, from 1214, Washington's death date, to the day the Space Needle opened in 62 is 162 years. 4 months, 7 days, or 4 months, 8 days, depending if you add the day. 47 is a crown number. 162 with a crown. 47, because the 15th prime number is 47. 15 is the crown. Get it? So anyway, 162. That's June 11th. 162 years from 1214, Washington's death date, to the day Space Needle opened. So it connects to the 162, right? I forgot to mention that. See? Again, a huge connection, right? Now, I'm almost done, folks. Only 3 cards left. So, hold on. Oh, that's a good one. No, that's a good one. Someone's talking about the bridge collapse. I actually talked about that. That whatever the heck that happened, but I forgot about the 95 connection. I would have never thought of that, because of course we know why the 95's connected to all of this. I've shown you guys that, because my birthday lands on the 9/5 day. It's all about the 9495, right? Because from Elvis needs the 9 from the first of the year to the 9th day. I mean, from the first, I'm sorry, from the, if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 9, you get 45. See, it's 945, get it? Because Elvis needs the 9, then you get the 45, because he has to get to the 45 connection. Anyway, so that's why my birthday is 9495, and that's why you were saying that the bridge collapse was off of the I-95, right? But I don't remember it being on 611 for some reason. When was the I-95 bridge collapse?
June 11th.
When was June
According
11th?
to Bloomberg.com, at about 6:20 a.m. on June 11th, a tanker truck carrying 87-octane gasoline overturned in the Cottman Avenue underpass under 1 to 95, killing the driver. Cottman. The C-O-T-T man. And by the way, the letters O-T-T is the word God backwards. Anyway, so let me just keep going, all right? But that's a good one. Remind me about that one. I have to remember that. What's wrong with me right now? Oh, so when Elvis took the needle on TV on Bill Gates' first birthday, from that day to next year, 6/11, 2024, and remember what I was telling you about how 6/11 connects to the 6/12. You're going to see what I'm showing you in a moment, right? Look, I better show it this way because I want you to really see it. Pay attention. Elvis takes the needle on TV, right? On October 28, 1956, the date Bill Gates was born in 1955, but that's the Bill Gates birthday, 10/28, right? 56. Anyway, to 6/11 next year, This is the day Elvis took the needle. Is 24699. Okay, it's 67 years, 7 months, 15 days, 66%. Okay, now, why, look, what I'm about to show you, look at this number right here, 24699. Just 1 day off, folks. 1 day off about what I'm about to show you, because remember, 611 would be 612 in the UK after 4 p.m. So if it's 612 in the UK, that means it would be this day. So from 1028 needles, the day Elvis took the needle, to 6/12/2024, which is what it's going to be in the UK, but it'll still be 6/11 here. Look what happens. It's 247 with the double crown. That's my birthday, the 247th day of the year, right? Look at this, 67 years, 7 months, 16 days, okay? And look at the percentage. It's 6,767. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. Spelled with an I, Jesse on his gravestone, the one who died, the twin that died at birth, identical. 67%. Elvis equals 67. Jesse equals 67. My birthday is a 248 days, 67.67%. See? And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 247 days, 67.67%. From Elvis's birthday to 9/11. See, I'm starting to get weak because my throat's starting to hurt. So every time my throat hurts, I get weak. I can't even, I told you, the power is in my voice, folks. You understand that? I'm weak, but I got and by the way, that was the one thing that was destroyed on me, was my voice. I had the loudest voice you can ever imagine before I started having all these coughing fits for like 25 years. I was coughing and coughing and coughing, and nothing could stop it. I told you, that, because of all the bad habits I had of the way I ate and the things I was eating, I was destroying my own voice, and through their chemicals in their food, and because the devil couldn't touch me. I had to destroy myself, you see, and I almost did. Anyway, so before I finish, I just want to make sure you guys understood that before I show you the end part. Hold on. Yes, that's what I'm about to show right now. Hold on. So remember what I was just showing here, that it's 67 years, 7 months, 16 days, right? And it's 67. Remember, it was 67 years, 7 months, 16 days. Look at this. Are you ready for this? So Elvis dies on 8/16, right? From the first of the year to 8/16 is 7 months, 16 days. From 6/11 to 8/16 is 67 days. Look at that. So you have the 67 connection and the 7/16. 7/16 and 67. What I just showed here. Remember? 67 years, 7 months, 16 days. See that? This one is 67, 7 months, 15 days. This also works out to that, because if you don't add the day from the first of the year to 8/16 is 7 months, 15 days. If you don't add the day. See what I mean? You see what I'm trying to tell you there? And remember what I showed you earlier. From Elvis's birthday to 4/5 on a leap year is 89 days. All right. On a regular year, it's 87, 88 if you add the day, 88. But on a leap year, it's 88, 89 days. From Elvis's birthday to 4/5, because it's a 45 connection. See, not the date. It's not so much what the date is important. It's the number 4/5. And then from 4/5 to 6/11 is 67 days or 68 days, and Elvis equals 67, 68. And from 611 to 816 is 67 or 60, 66 or 67 days. All right? You see what I mean? Elvis turns 89 next year. The 24th prime number is 89. Next year is the 24th year. You see what I mean? All right, folks, that's it. I don't know how else I can prove it to you that this was my destiny from birth, and you're going to see it manifest before your eyes. The only question is, how big is this big event going to be? And how are they going to manifest Elvis? Because I remember how I told you that it's probably through his image, probably through the through this. So remember, I told you that Elvis's image. So remember, Elvis, this is his side profile. You see how his hair stands up? What the hell? Hold on a second. So his side profile, you see? And his hair. That's the state of Washington right there. This is the tip of Washington. So and here's Seattle right here, and all of this is King County. So if this gets cut off, it would be a head wound. And it was called the chop zone. Remember Seattle, that when all that riots were going on, it was called the chop zone. So if they chop this off and this falls into the water or whatever blows, destroyed, whatever they're going to do, and they make this the image, that's Elvis's side profile. Look, see right here, that's his head. His hair and his head, you see? Are you getting it? All right. And like I said, nothing is a coincidence. You know, Trump, he's going to get his head wound in Ohio, but where does he live right now? He lives in Florida. And Florida, this is Florida. It looks like his head. His hair looks like his head, and it also looks like a pistol. And it looks like his hair. If you put that on top of Trump's head, it would be his hair. If you turn this blonde. And that's Florida where he lives, but he's getting his head wound in Ohio on August 4th. Okay? Again, I asked you, what are the coincidences? Anyway, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. That could that be the image? Could that be the mark of the beast? That could be the mark of the beast. And also I threw out some other, because I told you once Trump gets his head wound, he also becomes a part of that image. Okay? Because when Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, Obama's going to come out and say, oh, everybody, hey, let's everybody calm down, and people are going to think that Obama had something to do with Trump coming back from the dead. I told you, Obama is going to be seen as somebody special, but he's not the one. It's Elvis and Trump that are the actual Antichrist, okay? Elvis is the top one, Trump is the second one, Obama is the third. I told you, the unholy trinity. And so Obama will gather up his goats, and Trump will gather up his goats, and these two goats are going to make sure that Elvis is worshipped through their deceptions, okay? Whichever way they're going to do it, And like I said, Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, August 4th. Anyway, there was something else I was going to say. I can't remember now. Oh, well, because, it all connects to Gabby Giffords, who got her head wound. The congresswoman got her head wound on Elvis's birthday. So, and why is that important? Because Obama brought her back from the dead. Just like supposedly he brought Mandela back from the dead. You get what I'm saying? Because the nonsense Mandela effect happened during Obama's presidency. And when he visited Gabby Giffords, who got the head wound on Elvis's birthday, she right after he left the room, she woke up from her coma. See? And that's what they're going to think happened with Obama, with Trump. Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday. Obama says, hey, everybody, let's pray for Trump to heal from, whatever the hell happened to him. And everyone's going to think that Obama had something to do with it. So all these people who talk about Obama as the Antichrist, they're going to believe that, But really, it's Elvis and Trump who are the real ones. Obama is just both of them. They're both Elvis's crown. Okay, that's what they are. Elvis is the one, and those two are his crown. Anyway, I believe that's it. And by the way, when Gabby Giffords got her head wound, by the way, I appreciate that the connections you're making with the 219. It's pretty good. Yeah, that Obamacare. What's that? The other viewer, not my other viewer. I don't want to give names right now with everybody, but I remember somebody else talking about the care in the chat. She should say it. If you're there, you know who you are. Somebody was saying Obamacare. The word care has something to do with somebody would talk about it. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, on the day. Yeah, I appreciate that, honey. My wife is giving me compliments. Thank you. Appreciate that. So when Gabby Giffords got her head wound on January 8th, Elvis's birthday, back in 2011, and by the way, 2/11 is the 42nd day of the year, Washington's original birthday, and Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington's the 42nd state, right? But check this out. So when Gabby Giffords got her head wound, that same day, there was something happened in Seattle. What happened on January 8th, 2011 in Seattle?
According to ESPN, Matt Hasselbeck threw 4 touchdown passes and Marshawn Lynch scored on an electrifying 67-yard touchdown run in the final minutes to lead the Seattle Seahawks.
When did the beast quake happen? What is the beast quake?
According to Wikipedia, the Beast Quake was a National Football League touchdown scored by Seattle Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch against the New Orleans Saints during a 2010 NFC wildcard playoff game.
What day did the Beast Quake happen?
According to Sports Illustrated, Lynch's iconic run took place in a Seahawks playoff game against the New Orleans Saints on January 8, 2011. Seattle was feeling the pressure as New Orleans mounted a fourth-quarter comeback until Lynch broke 9 tackles on his way to a 67-yard touchdown to put the Seahawks
Okay,
up
so
by
you
2
have
scores.
67-yard touchdown, folks. 67 is the Elvis connection, which I explained to you already, and all the other stuff connected to 67. So, on the day that Gabby Giffords gets a head wound, a guy named Lynch, you understand? On that day, there was a quake. Do you understand how crazy that is? In Seattle. Okay? Seattle, beast, quake. Elvis is the beast out of the sea. It happens on Elvis's birthday, this beast quake, the same day Gabby Giffords gets her head wound. Do you not understand what they're doing here? Do you see the rituals, folks? Okay? Against the saints, that's right. There you go. Because we are the saints of God, right? That's crazy. Wake means water? How's that? What is wake? How is wake water? I don't get it. Am I missing something? Yeah, I know. They called him the Beast. I know that Marshawn Lynch. But do you get where I'm going? The chop zone, the lynch, the head wound, Elvis's head. I mean, oh, wake is the turbulence behind a boat. Yeah, that's right. I get it. No, you're right. Yeah, good one. Yeah, it sounds like wave anyway. Anyway, God bless all of you, and I'm glad everybody, What is, there was a ghost called Gozer in Ghostbusters? Gozer from Ghostbusters.
According to Ghostbusters Wiki, fandom, Gozer is the main antagonist of Ghostbusters.
How does that look like Elvis?
Afterlife.
What are you talking about? Looks like Elvis? Oh, I guess, yeah. Certain images, but I mean it's a girl or whatever it is. But I see what you're saying. I mean, I'll try to get a picture that kind of looks like it. Hold on. I mean, I know what you're like, a ghastly version of it, yeah. More like a David Bowie version of Elvis, A wake is also a funeral. That's right. Like a funeral, yeah. A wake. Wakey. Wake up. Wake up, white people. Wake up, white people. I'm telling you, folks, if you can't see the writings on the wall, I don't know what else to tell you, folks. If you know anyone in that area, get them out before June 11th. I'm telling you, get the hell out of all of Washington State. Just for that 1 week, man. Just get out. Just take your important papers and your money and whatever you need, because money's gonna be worthless anyway. But I'm saying, just for temporary money, get everything that's valuable to you out of there for 1 week. That's all I'm asking you to do. All right. Is it that hard for you to waste? Is your life not worth $1,000? So it costs you $1,000. Get the hell out of that area before June 11th. And then, of course, it's going to happen. But I'm saying, if it doesn't happen, you just go back. Okay? So what? You lose $1,000. So what? Anyway. All right, folks. God bless all of you. And look, for some parts of this video that was a little hard to understand. I know it was a little bit difficult to understand, but I didn't want to go into every detail. You're trying to explain it. That's why I did it fast. Everything, when I was talking about the June month chart, people are not going to understand what I said there unless you know my videos. And I'm just hoping that you watch the other videos where I do the more detailed, connections. Anyway, folks, like I said, in the near future, I'm going to have some amazing videos coming up. I mean, shocking stuff. Shocking. All right? And, but you know what I want to do? I'm not sure if I'm going to do it next, but I have a Super Bowl video coming up. Again, just mind-blowing connections and how you'll see what it connects to. But for the people who don't know, I've already done so many Super Bowl videos and how it all connects to Elvis and stuff. All right? But I don't want to go through the whole thing again. All right? I just can't, man. It's going to make the video 2 hours long like this was. Anyway, we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. But anyway, God bless all of you. And Jesus is God. All right? Any last words? I can stay on another 5-10 minutes. Any last words? Oh yeah, this Super Bowl one is going to be a good one. Someone's saying for me to scold everybody. Well, look, in this video, I wouldn't say you guys were lukewarm, lazy bums, but you know. But in most videos, you guys are lukewarm, lazy, unappreciative bums, you know. But even in this video, you guys, you know, weren't that great. A few of you were, but most of you are still bums. I'm too weak to scold you guys good, you know. Well, yeah, whatever's going on right now everywhere, it's you know, whatever's going on in the world is all going to go lead to the June 11th event. All right? It's all going to lead to it. That's why Israel has to love Trump. Okay? And just like I told you, why does Elvis have a gold statue in Israel? Why? Why is Elvis he's the only one in Israel that has a gold statue. They tried to make a gold statue of Netanyahu, and it was taken down within a day. Somebody put a gold statue in the middle of in this crowded area, and it got taken down within a day. But Elvis has a gold statue. Nobody touches that thing. And I told you what they did with that. They made it seem like it was an innocent thing. Oh, it's just an Elvis restaurant, you know, because that's what it is. It's an Elvis restaurant where millions have made a pilgrimage to that restaurant to see that Elvis statue and to go to the Elvis restaurant. You know, they have a giant gold statue of Elvis. It's like 20 feet tall. You know, why does Elvis have a gold statue in Israel? I mean, you know, and you know Moses' brother was Aaron, and Elvis' middle name is Aaron. It's like the gold statue. It's like the golden idol. That's what that Aaron did, right? He built the golden calf, you know. I told you guys, Elvis is the beast out of the sea, and that's why you had that beast quake happen on Elvis' birthday, the same day that that Gabby Giffords got the head wound. Okay, it's because that's what's going to happen in Washington. All right, yeah, and the whole world loves Elvis, you know. And the reason that Benjamin Netanyahu is the prime minister again is because he has to be. Because his name equals Benjamin Netanyahu. His name is the same exactly as the mark of the beast. Those exact words. The mark of the beast equals Benjamin Netanyahu. But he's not the mark of the beast. He's just, that's why he was chosen, I'm saying. Tall is the gold statue of Elvis in Israel. 5 meters tall. How much is 5 meters in feet?
5 meters is equivalent to 16 feet, 4.85 inches.
16 feet tall, yeah. I was, whatever, it's 16 feet tall. It's still, you know, it's, well, yeah, the statue itself is 16 feet tall, but from the ground, when it's on a pedestal, it makes it another, you know, 4 feet. So it's like 20 feet tall with the pedestal. The statue itself is 16 feet tall. You know. And you know, that's like Trump's birthday and his head wound. Look at that. 164. Look, Trump's birthday is 6/14, and he's going to get his head wound on 8/45. 8/45, and he's the 45th president. See that? It's everything to do with Trump. Look at that. 6/14 is his birthday. He's the 45th president, and 8/4 lands on the 8/5 day on a leap year. Next year's a leap year. 8/4/5. Get it? He's 45th president. He's born on 6/14. All that, every single number connects to that Trump. Because everything connected to Trump is with Elvis. You know. Trump was the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Okay, folks, I'm ending the video. Jesus is God, and my battery's dying. That's why. Anyway, folks, I got to end the video. Jesus is God. End the video. Watch the video from the very beginning, okay? Watch the whole video if you got in late. You're not going to understand it unless you watch the whole video. Jesus is God. End the video. Take care.